Yeah, it fucking really irritated me when when I saw what price Modern Warfare 2 was going to come out as. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'll be a good game. And considering I played I don't think I've barely played Call of Duty 4. But that's my point exactly. When I sell games at a raised price, do you think other developers will try to sell those games at a higher price? That's why I've got such a fucking grudge against not Modern Warfare 2, but the developers of it selling it, or the publishers anyway, selling it for that price. Because it's just, you know what pisses me off? Is you get these companies recently, in the past year or two, going, oh, woe is me, piracy this, piracy that, people aren't buying as many games. Fuck off! There's more people buying games nowadays than what there's ever been. So if your company has been around for a fair few years, it's better for your company now than what it's ever been. And they have the cheek to turn around and go, oh, well, we don't want to do it on PC because it might get pirated. Oh, fuck me. Joe, go cry me a river, buddy. Yeah, I'm sure, like, losing fucking 1 million out of your fucking 20 million is so crippling to your company. I'm sure you won't make that back in fucking, you know, multi-platform, Xbox 360, fucking PlayStation 3, and the PC version. I'm sure they're just full of shit. They're just fucking whine and bleat. It's piracy this, or PC not profitable that, or, oh, well, it cost... Did you see what they actually said with Modern Warfare 2? The reason why it's going to be £45 is because it takes more money to make a game nowadays. It takes more money to make a game nowadays. Well, fuck me, thanks for telling me the obvious. Obviously it takes more money to make a game nowadays. It doesn't mean that they're making any less money than what they've ever fucking done. Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. You know, I don't mind them. Do you know, if they'd come out and just said, you know the reason why we're charging £45, people? We're charging £45 because we know that you'll pay for it. And we're just bastards. I'd go, well, you guys are cocks, but still I admire your fucking, you know, your honesty. But to turn around and say to people, like, we're fucking stupid. I hate this. I fucking hate this about games developers. I really fucking hate game developers that do this kind of shit, that treat the gamers like the thick. Yeah, it takes more money to make games nowadays, so that's why we're charging £45. My ass. What they fail to actually mention is, it's like, yeah, it did cost you more money to develop Modern Warfare 2 than what it did to develop Modern Warfare, but you're making more money now than what you did when you release Modern Warfare 2. Your company stock has increased. The amount of units that you will sell has increased. The overall gaming industry's yearly profit has increased. So your argument that it costs more money to make a game, therefore you've got to sell it for more money to make the money back, is absolutely mind-numbingly consumer fucking just really underestimating how smart consumers are. So fucking annoying. It's like being treated like a fucking child by a fucking developer just so they can make money. Like I say, if they just said, well, we're charging more because, well, we know that you're going to pay for it, I'd go, well, that's a bit of a lame move, but fair enough. But to say that they have to charge more to, like, recoup costs because it takes more to make that game than what it did before is absolute bollocks, because they're making more money than what they did before. A lot more money. However much more money it costs to make Modern Warfare 2, the actual overall unit sales of Modern Warfare 2 will be, I'd reckon, at least double, if not more. What the fuck? Why am I spinning around on spot? What the fuck? Give up. There we go. Either way, I'll stop whining on about Modern Warfare 2. Either way, I'll buy it at some point maybe, but not until it goes down to £35. I'll pay £35 for it, gladly. I will pay £35 for it, but I will seriously have to really want it and be really bored at the time to throw down £45 for a game nowadays. I've had my era of being overcharged for playing games. The fucking NES days and the SNES days were ridiculous. I paid £85 for Super Street Fighter 2 on the SNES. Ridiculous. And there's plenty of other games that I paid a lot of money for as well. It was just fucking stupid, and Nintendo got sued for it. And I hope that Infinity Ward gets the exact same treatment. I really do. Don't get me wrong, they seem like a good developer, but it's I don't know if it's the developer that's done that move or it's the publisher. Either way, it's a complete dick move. And I hope that it does not rub off. You don't want other fucking game companies going, oh, well, you know, we did a successful game and this is going to be the second game. Like, say, Aion 2. It's like, oh, well, we remember all the pre-order sales and all the on-release sales of Aion, so when we're developing Aion 2, let's make the price about £45. Maybe 50. Maybe £50. Well, what's stopping everyone just fucking going up again to a point where we're back where we were in, like, 1990s? Where we were paying fucking £60 to £80 for a game? Whoops, I went back onto the Modern Warfare. It does stuff like that, does irritate me, but I'll leave it. OTG, what brand are you smoking? Amber Leaf at the moment. Rolling tobacco. I could go Golden. I like Golden Virginia as well, but I quite like Amber Leaf for some reason. I always have done. Yeah, I could have been for. What the fuck? Where did all this shit come from? I don't know if I can take down 3 of them. Why is he being so hard? Am I actually auto-attacking him or what? Get him dead, I ain't fucking... I should be alright here, actually. Was it you that trained onto me, sir? I'm not sure. Either way, it was, most surprising. I suspect it was you that trained me, seems as though you're the one that's, kind of helping me out a little bit. Although I don't really need help. Appreciate it, though. Especially don't need help from a Sword and Board Templar at the moment. Unless she's gonna fucking taunt and take the hits, which she wasn't. What are we looking for now? More shit to kill. More shit to kill. You'll do. I'll heal myself first. Need to get level 13. Got new fucking skill. Oh, where did you come from? Got new skills at 13. I've got a new sword at 14 and a new helmet at 15. So, next few levels are pretty okay. I've turned battle music. It's meant to be battle music when you fight now. It sets the mood, but it's a little bit irritating when you've heard it a lot. Especially when you're killing not mega fast. You don't want to fucking hear that shit constantly. Poison sword me, bitch. I've run out of shards. Oh, radam juice. I'll have some of that. Bong! Better heal. Go off for it! What you say then in chat, that it costs €4 less a month? Like I say, I didn't think it was much cheaper, but I thought it was cheaper. For some reason, I couldn't tell you the exact figures. and I can't exactly remember why I think it was cheaper, but I could have sworn that at some point I looked and it was cheaper. Not shit. Whoa, 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 like, not by shit tons, like, but attack it. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me to be a team here. Costs more than WoW in the rest of the world. My problem is, I mean, it doesn't cost any more for me because I'm just paying by PayPal. So, however much an American pays for it, that's how much I'll pay for it. With the one exception, and it's not NCSoft's fault, it's my bank's fault. My bank charges £1.50 for every transaction of dollars. For a currency conversion from dollars into pounds, whatever like that. It always I don't want to group. No. It always they charge £1.50, which is just fucking ridiculous, really. Even if you only spent $1, the bank would charge me £1.50 for that $1 conversion fee. It's ridiculous. So that's my only problem, really, and that's not NCSoft's fault. So if it costs fucking $15 a month or whatever like that, it costs me $15 a month, with the one exception that it costs me £1.50 on top, which is $2.50 extra. So it cost me $17.50, whatever. £1.50. Oh, in euros. Oof. Don't ask me about euros, fella. I have no idea how much euros are worth. I've just never bothered to learn euro. Never bothered. Apparently I live in Europe, but I'm not sure. $72? Really? Didn't cost $72 for me, and I ordered from an American site. One sec, I'll paste you a link to the place I bought my CD key from. Steam? Fuck me! Don't buy on Steam. Jeez. Steam is like rip-off central at the moment. Unless you're an American, Steam is... It didn't used to be like that. But ever since the recession hit, Steam is just overpriced on everything, pretty much. Unless you're American. It's just... Don't get me wrong, I like Steam. I always have liked Steam. But in the last, I don't know, fucking better part of this year and a bit more, Steam has just been fucked. I'll give you an example of Steam being fucked. Check this shit. Street Fighter 4 for the PC. Now, I saw on Steam that 10% off Street Fighter 4. 10% off Street Fighter 4, and I thought, well, fuck me. If you pre-order Street Fighter 4, you get 10% off. I was like, well, sign me up for that, because I want Street Fighter 4 on release anyway, so I'll buy Street Fighter 4 on Steam. £28 with 10% off. Now, what did I find out later on, after I pre-ordered, a couple of days later? That Street Fighter 4 was not £30, and therefore 10% off was £28 or £29, whatever like that. It wasn't £30. Street Fighter 4 for the PC's recommended retail price was £20, and a lot of stores were selling it for £18. So Street Fighter 4 cost me £10 more on Steam. But it gets better. It gets better. The Euro release of the PC version of Street Fighter 4 was about 4 days before the American version on Steam. So I paid £10 more for Street Fighter 4 for the luxury of being able to play 4 days after the European release. It's like, what? It was just fucked. And it gets even better. Even when Street Fighter 4 was released on Steam, it took about 4 hours for them to fix it after the release time. So I had to wait 4 hours after the 4-day prolonged release. And I paid £10 for that luxury. Not only that, it just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? You've got to launch Steam to be able to play Street Fighter 4. So it's got to go through an extra loading thing just to load Street Fighter 4, whereas if I'd had the normal boxed copy, I'd just load Street Fighter 4 straight away. Bang. Really terrible. I will not be buying the Super Street Fighter 4 on Steam. Not a chance.